so I can give you guys some context. By the way, anybody take these sells yesterday? I wanted to wait for the double top, but I was already I wasn't even asleep, but I wasn't on the charts. Perfect retest here for that drop. Didn't exactly get the TP3, but we came pretty close. And it was a beautiful 88.6 trade. I measured from the top of the move to the bottom. It hit the 88.6. We had TP1, and then it retraced TP2, and then almost the TP3. Side note is actually, no, we'll talk about this later for the folks who've taken the master class. I'm not going to do this potentially while I'm live. He said, I missed the banter. Oh, we're just getting started. I'm about to be obnoxious. I'm about to be so obnoxious this morning. I went and had some Cuban coffee. It was a long night. Close friend of mine's birthday. Everybody from FX Summit, just the whole Forex industry was out at this event yesterday. So I had to go and say what's up. Said a little bit later than I'd like to, but I ended up getting 3 hours of sleep and I'm on some Cuban coffee. So this is either going to be the funniest stream I've ever done, or this is going to be absolutely insufferable. Okay, so I apologize in advance, or you're welcome. Whichever one, we're going to find out in the next 30 minutes. All right, put something in the chat if you guys are alive. And yeah, let's get this show on the road. Let's get this show on the road. How could I be in your live trade? Amir, I don't know what the nature of that question is, but I'll tell you this, my friend. If you believe in yourself, anything is possible. So that's what I'll tell you about that. Okay? That's what I'll tell you about that. I said, how do I catch the same trades? This is God did, my friend. This is God did. All right, everybody, look. There is a very good chance that we missed the trade this morning. Can we just be real? I not really missed it, but this is the prime entry right here, 714. That's the 886 on the bottom side. A double bottom to that area would be ideal, right? Are we gonna get that double bottom? I don't know. For my masterclass folks, whoever said it in the chat, you guys made my day. Let me just show you all what time it is. There you go. That's the session right there. Huh, this is interesting. Technically, this is the start of phase one, but we have a fake out on the bottom side too. So I'd say phase one, and this would be phase two. And so the double bottom and launch would be phase three. All right. So as a trader, everybody, your job is not to be perfect. Your job is not to catch wick entries, is not to maximize squeeze out the most amount of money from every single trade. Just as a reminder, your job as a professional trader is to have a plan of action that's very clearly defined, to have a strategy that's very clear, that tells you exactly when to get in, when to get out. And then your job is to show up every day. Your job is not to trade every day, it's to show up every day and to follow that plan to the best of your ability. If you do that, the money will come. If you try to make money every day, then you're going to end up doing dumb ass stuff to make money. So make sure that you're prioritizing the discipline that it takes to make money in trading, the process, the procedure, the system that actually will make you money versus focusing on making money itself. Because that means you're going to take more risks than you need to. You might take a few extra trades than is required. And then what happens after that? You just end up giving back the money that you've made or digging yourself a hole. So chasing money in this game is it's a great way to guarantee that you never actually make money. But if you obsess over the system and the process that is required to make money, the having a weekly schedule, the following your risk management, to having a strategy that works, you focus on that most of the time, then the money is going to be a byproduct of you focusing on all the right things. Cool. All right, put something in the chat. YouTube, we're back to life. We got 65 concurrent viewers. That's awful. Throw a like on the stream so YouTube can pump this thing out. Everybody else, good to have you guys on. It's time to get to it. So what's good, y'all? Feels like it's been a minute. It has. I mean, I was streaming every single day. And to be honest, I realized that people were taking advantage of me. People were taking me for granted. Why? Because I was here every fucking day. Dude, somebody comes somebody comes out and they do a magic trick. It's like, all right, that is crazy. I don't know how he just made that thing catch fly and catch on fire. That's nuts. But then you see it every single day, for 100 days. People walk past it. They're like, oh yeah, no, that's just the guy that making stuff fly over there. You're like, oh yeah, sure. What the fuck? No, time out. There's stuff flying. So I feel like I had to take a break. It was necessary just to give context to how valuable these streams really are. And some of you guys, you really stepped up. You showed that maturity because you still were taking the same exact trades you would have taken otherwise. Some other of you, y'all were like, oh, I don't need these streams. I don't need this. I don't need that. Couple days of my absence, people are counter trend trading, over leveraging, taking these conservative stop losses with 10, 15 points. I was looking left and right. Is this a disaster? Okay, people, just because I'm not here doesn't mean you get to go and fuck around and just start taking random entries that don't have any confirmations or don't fit the criteria of your system. That doesn't mean you get to go and, like one of our members that I was talking to yesterday, ape in to some of these trades. We're not going to ape into to anything. When you go to enter a trade, you're going to predetermine your risk, you're going to assess the risk, and you're going to accept the risk. Meaning, if I go to take this trade, so yesterday, I went to take this trade, I realized it was a 25-point stop loss. So 25 times the standard lot size is $250. Okay, times 5 lots is going to be $1,250. So then I tell myself, okay, if I want to throw 5 lots on this trade and I'm risking $1,250, first off, does this make sense? How much money am I going to make on the bottom side if it plays out? This was the trade originally. It was a 3.5 to 1. So I would have made back close to $5,000 on this trade. Okay, so then the first thing I did was I did a risk assessment to say how much, this is what gamblers are like, how much am I going to make on this trade? Traders are asking, how much do I have to risk to make money on this trade, to be involved in this? So I realized it was, let's say the 1250, and then you accept the risk. There's that last step, which is, am I willing to lose that 1250? Some traders are so naive about the way that markets work is they don't understand that losses are part of the process, that you can lose a trade. And so they over leverage, and then they don't accept that they could lose 1250. And so as soon as they're in drawdown, they start to panic and they close the trade early, or they move their stop, or whatever other thing that ends up happening because of over leveraging. So when you do that, you do your analysis and you say, okay, I got to risk 1,250. First question is, am I okay with that? And the second question is, like, can I walk away from my screen and accept the fact that this is a possibility when I come back and open up my MetaTrader? All right, so once you do that, fear comes from uncertainty. If you don't know how much money you're really risking, if you haven't accepted the fact that you could lose that amount of money on this trade, you haven't really accepted it, then as the first sign of trouble, you're going to start panicking. That's where all the problems happen. You go in a little bit of drawdown. God forbid you go in some drawdown on your trade, and then you throw the whole trade away. So you're having an argument with your significant other and throwing away the whole relationship. Can't do that. Bryce said US 30 sells are fire. Bryce, are they already in motion, or what is the deal? Bro, it looks like whatever trade that we had marked off That 88.6 quick entry just hit final TP. I don't even know when we marked this off, but I'm going to assume this is Monday, right? Did we call this live on the stream? Only one way to find out. And the beautiful thing about everything being on YouTube is that it's public. And then it's that I can go back and check. This is Thursday, so it'd be Wednesday and Tuesday. Let me see. By the way, did you guys end up checking out this podcast with me and Omar? This thing is awesome. I highly recommend if you guys are looking for a trading podcast or looking to get more insight about the back end of prop firms, go ahead and check that out. I put him on skates. Um, huh. Interesting. So yeah, I don't really know when I marked this off because I don't think I streamed on Monday. I think I covered US 30. Okay. Well, we'll find it later. Overall, a great trade. Just a reminder of how accurate the magnet levels are, just to show you guys. Everyone's like, "Oh, Roy, anybody can find targets on the higher time frame for a trade." No, no, I'm talking about accurate targets. I'm talking about every single time the market has hit one of the magnet zones, is done a whole pit stop. And then round two, right here at 104.5, another pit stop. And then where's the next zone? 105.6 or 105.7. It's going to head up here. Then it's going to do a little pit stop, massive retracement. And then we'll see if we break. This is going to be a tough one to break, but eventually we'll get there. How much for the magnet indicator? It's super secret magnet indicator. It's not available to the public, never will be, maybe, but not available. Can't have it. Chart Addicts members only. 88.6 Boys collection dropping soon. Get your ticket to the FX Summit 2024 conference, the #1 most anticipated conference for traders worldwide. I also did some market research, and I want to give you guys a great statistic here. This year, following the 2024 FX Summit in Dubai, once we break 5,000 attendees, we will officially be the largest trading conference in the world in terms of attendance, in terms of really just social brand, and in terms of speakers, sponsorships, and just really just overall attendance. We're going to be the biggest trading conference in the world. And so I want you guys' help to make that happen because obviously, if nobody shows up, it will not be the biggest trading conference in the world. But if we look at the lineup of companies like Forex.coms and Oanda and Dr. Richard Olson and TradingView and Binance and CoinDesk and Cointel and XRP and all these different companies, they're going to come speak. I really feel like we have something special here where we're taking the Forex industry and then really like crossing with the traditional finance world, with traditional investors, with New York Stock Exchange floor traders. So side note, grab your tickets to the FX Summit Conference. Super secret magnet indicator, not available to the public, but I appreciate you at least trying, right? You never know unless you ask. And yes, the 88.6 boys and also the 88.6 girls collection will be dropping soon. And by soon, I mean sooner than you think. We're going to put up a wait list on tomorrow's stream if you guys are interested in any of the merch. If you've been making money with us on the streams and you want to rep the 88.6 boys jersey, we're going to have some details for all of you guys on the next one. Zoom said that Cuban coffee hitting. What would make you say that? And also, who's Zoom user? I don't like people without their name here in Zoom because we've had some people try to infiltrate. We've had the ops send their cronies into the Zoom chat and just pick up mad game. So I'd appreciate if you guys could change your name in the Zoom chat or at least private DM me and let me know who that is. Is it an indicator or those Roy's levels? Mo? Diego said, get the magnet or be the magnet. He said, if you can't spot the magnet, you are the magnet. Oh. Dude, I'm gonna run that one for a long time. I hope you guys know. The fact that, yo, people have been asking me for over 3 years about the magnet. Buddy, how about every single morning here on the live streams, the magnet is doing work for us. All right, let me see if I can find a magnet right now. By the way, if you guys can't find the model, this is just for the masterclass folks, for the VIP members on Zoom here. If you can't find the model, you're just on the wrong time frame. That's not one, two, and then three. This is the 1 minute. This is pre-New York by 15 minutes. This is 9:30, so right at the New York Open. And then the entry was right here at 9:45. CA members and also the masterclass folks, fib from low to high. So you have phase one, phase two, and then the low right here is the 88.6 boys from the previous low. If you guys are watching this, I have no idea what that just meant. Just relax, relax. Take a deep breath. That wasn't for you. That's why the masterclass is crucial, but everybody gets it. It's it's crucial to start seeing those levels. I am trying to find an opportunity here that makes sense. I can't see us coming all the way back down to the 88, but a retest of this entry zone right here, I think would be perfect. Here's the low. Go ahead and mark that off. That's London. That's the highs. Yeah, so a retest of 17,730. If we come all the way down here and then we hold the support, it has to make a higher low than this wick. That's the only criteria for that trade to be valid. If it comes down here, it creates a higher floor. I'm going to enter this trade. Is there a chance that we come all the way to the bottom of the range before we recover? Of course. Some people ask me, well, Roy, what type of fundamentals could potentially give us some insight about which one is more possible? To be honest, everything is looking good. There was earnings releases for the big technology companies, the Magnificent Seven, for the past 2 weeks. And even though, I kind of flipped through to try to get some takes from Bloomberg and some of the mainstream folks, these guys are fucking idiots. All right. So like Facebook and all these guys, they're like, oh, this is it's okay. They missed some of this, they missed some of that. Dude, I looked through some of their earnings reports after. It's looking good. Sales are looking good. Meta had a crazy earnings season. They were dropping dividends. They had growth in the stock. The tech companies are very healthy. They're seeing a ton of inflows. They're dropping a ton of products. You guys saw Apple launch the VR thing, have all the hype and all these things the same week as their earnings, right? And so, in case you guys don't fully understand NAS100, it's the 100 largest tech stocks in the economy. But really, the top 10 names control 30% of the overall size of the index. And so if you look at Google, Meta, NVIDIA, I don't think has released their earnings yet. I think they release it on the 21st of February. But everybody else, from Meta, Apple, Microsoft, and the rest, all dropped this week. They're the biggest movers in the index. And so far, so good. Now, I also want to remind people, the Fed meeting last week or 2 weeks ago, everyone was telling me that it kind of sounded bearish and that we might see a big turnaround now. All I heard during that press conference was positive news. Jerome Powell reiterated that we were at the top of the interest rate tightening cycle. So that means, yes, interest rates are still high, but they're not going to get any higher, and we've reached the end of this road. And so it kind of gave that relief bounce to the market to let them know, okay, maybe it's not now, maybe it's in 6 months, but the party is going to get back started here, because if we're going to stop tightening the economy, eventually money starts flowing back in. And so what we're expecting now is, if there's any sign of recession or we start to see labor start to crack, so people losing jobs, we start to see earnings reports start to come down, consumer demand takes a massive hit. If inflation comes back, or so the inflation one, let's put that to the side. If there's any crack in the economy, we can see Jerome Powell start to print again. At the first sign of an emergency, we can expect the Fed to step in. If inflation starts to come back up, though, then that's the only reason I could see Jerome Powell raising rates again. Uh, if you guys look at the CME Fed Watch tool, just kind of like a predictor, kind of this is people are betting on Fed futures, and so they're basically like this is an aggregate of all the bets in the market about what they believe the Fed is going to do. There's an 81% chance next month of a rate cut in March. So the current target is 525 to 550. And there is, oh, actually, sorry. There's a 18% chance of a rate cut in March. And there's an 81% chance there's no rate cut in March. So we're not going to be cutting rates just yet. Just smart. And then you can just kind of see this thing through. Hold on. I'm looking at the wrong chart here. Nope. Nope. Oh, okay. I love this chart. How's NASDAQ doing? All right, so I'm targeting this range here at 17,736. Let me make sure I add an alert here. Seven 728 is the low. So I'm gonna go 728, 718, that's 10 points. 720, that's 18. Okay. Oof. So I'm gonna wait to see if it breaks through first, to see if it wants to make a double bottom. If it breaks through and then just closes right back above that entry, I'll take the entry right there. We're getting pretty close, so I'll go through the Fed Watch tool here in a second. I just want to make sure we don't miss that entry. YouTube comments been kind of dry. What's going on here, people? Are you alive? So cat's got your tongue? What happened? So we might take out that wick and push up. I can see it. Hey, hey. All right, me and you are on the same page, my friend. Ooh. Joseph, why don't you ask your mother? She knows. Ah, how do I use this? Waistbands. Boy, did you see Powell in the episode of 60 Minutes? I did. That one gave me the heebie-jeebies. Priest Foos, do not ever call a bum Mister. Ever. You got to earn the title Mister. Anybody who's trolling on social media is a bum. They're not a sir. They're not a Mister. They're a fucking clown. And so if you look at a circus clown and you say, "Oh, sir," and I mean, you got to treat people with respect, but respect is earned. Don't go around throwing respect to random people like that. Second one, did I see the address that Powell did on 60 Minutes? Yes. Did I think it was a massive puff piece and they were just trying to save face? Yes. Does it is a lot of the stuff true that Jerome Powell is potentially orchestrating one of the best recoveries in central bank history? And could he potentially be the one to orchestrate the soft landing. I actually do believe it, and I'm actually more impressed by Jerome Powell than I've ever been by any other central banker, because he might actually pull this shit off. However, anytime a central banker gets on 60 Minutes, they're doing PR, public relations. Now, I was listening to an interview with Elon, and he was trying to explain that public relations firms and just doing PR in general is just another name for propaganda. You're trying to go out there and you're trying to build a story to get everybody else to, believe something or chill out or whatever it might be. So I can't really see a reason for him to be on 60 Minutes unless he's trying to calm everybody down and give everybody a sense of confidence. And then why would he want to do that unless there's something wrong? All right, so I do think it's a puff piece. I don't think they asked a lot of the hard questions, but I did agree with a lot of the things that he was saying, which is he really might be able to pull this off. This might be a miracle. So we're in a situation where the economy is still stable, the labor market is still healthy, unemployment is still at lows, GDP is still technically trending in the right direction, inflation still growing, but still trending in the right direction. So overall, the indicators are showing that economic stability is there, but inflation still hasn't gone back to the 2% target. So nothing really new. I'm just like, why are they doing PR randomly unless there's something broken? It's my take. Are you selling on one trade and planning on buying on the other? Yes. Well, I already sold. That sell was yesterday. The buys are for today, and I'm still waiting for that entry. I showed up a little bit late. This wick was the entry. So I'm just waiting for a retest of that zone to take out the liquidity here and then push up, or just to come back and retest that zone. We might not get it. I'm seeing this wick here that came very close. Okay, but close enough. This is a funny quote that one of my coaches used to say. He said, close enough only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. In trading, there's no close enough. Like the difference in risk and reward from this trade to the late entry. If you guys see this here, if I wait for the entry that I'm looking for, it's a 3-to-1 risk and reward. If I entered a little bit later on that wick, or just close enough, look at how my risk and reward changes. 1.7 to 1. And you guys know I take partial profits. And so I'm not even going to see this 1.7 to 1. This might get cut in half because I'm securing partials along the way. So would I rather aim for a 3-to-1 trade and then capture 2/3 of it? Or would I rather get a 1.7 to 1 trade and then capture 2/3 of it? And so that's why I don't really do close enoughs. Close enough only counts in horseshoes and hand grenade. I'm not trying to be in a trade today. I want to be in a trade that fits all the criteria for my risk and reward, for the metrics that I need to make money. That's when I say focus on the process and the money will come. That's what I'm focused on. I'm not focused on, is this trade going to play out? Am I going to make money on this trade? I'm focused on, does it make sense? Even if the trade looks good, does it make sense risk and reward wise for what I need in order to, make money in my account? Roy, check gold. For what exactly? And then what? Guys, let me tell you something. 99% of all the streams and everything that you guys will get on in your life, you can be lazy, you can do all that. And if you're going to ask me for something here, ask it intelligently, and I promise you'll get a better answer than you ever expected in your wildest dreams. If y'all just say, do this, and then there's no context behind it, you're not asking a specific question, but go drool on yourself somewhere else. All right. And I love all of you. And I'm not sitting here trying to be like, oh, Roy's roasting people who are asking good questions. Roy, check gold is not a good question. All right. So just for context, ask a good question. You guys are going to get solid answers on these streams. You're not going to get solid info like this almost anywhere else. And so if you guys want to know what flavor of ice cream somebody's eating, there's a million streams for that shit. If you guys want to know a very nuanced take about what's happening in the economy, or how markets work, or how trading works, or how you can make trading work for you, this is one of the very few streams in the world that you can actually get quality info. And so you're only ever going to get the quality You're ever only going to get what you get out of this thing, what you put in. So if you guys are asking solid questions, you're going to have a solid discussion. Otherwise, I'm just going to be chatting shit, waiting for this trade to hit, keeping myself occupied so that I do not overtrade. That's really what I'm doing. I'm here talking and keeping myself entertained so I don't feel the need to want to take a trade. All right, and I can wait for my entry. All right, let me know if you guys have any questions. If not, just hang out here. We'll turn on the music or something. Could you draw the fib again, bro? For which side? Because I know I'm streaming public, but I also want to be respectful of the masterclass folks. Like I'm not gonna, explain the full strategy and do all that stuff on the streams. But let's see if we get this re-entry. Come on. Patience pays. Patience pays. NPL said US 30 WTF, man. And another one of these guys said check gold. Bro, you know what? No. How does that sound? Oh, wow. Bryce, are you guys still in this?
Oh yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah, beautiful trade.
Is that a 5-minute candle? Oh my God. Couple 5-minute candles.
Yeah, this thing's melting right now.
Wow. We got the different phases here too. This is crazy. 1, 2, and 3. Kind of looks similar to NAS though. Gonna have 1, 2. No, that don't make no sense. NAS is bullish, but US 30 looks bearish. Isn't that crazy? So there's this low right here. So if everybody from the master class, if you want to talk about where's the next closest break, it's here. There's going to be the body of the candle right here. If we were to draw from low to high, let me verify where the body is. Right here. You're not looking to buy it back up, Bryce, are you? Or are you just waiting for the higher time frame retest
Yeah, I was waiting for if you draw your fib a little bit lower,
from
see if
here?
we can catch a buy down here. Yeah,
It's possible.
yeah, but it
This is
might push
a
back into that
bad idea
range and can continue down like even lower. So I'm just waiting to see.
for sure. 3,500.
Yeah,
Okay. That's a fat pullback, dude. I think we can see a reaction here from this breakpoint. Retest and pop. Then we can
yeah,
see. Let me check NASDAQ before I miss this trade. Oh, damn it. No more being distracted. Boy, is there a period in the year? All right, I'll check that in a second. Trying to make sure I don't miss these trades, man. All right, that wick could have been the retest, and so this thing might just continue to the upside, which is kind of annoying, but patience pays. If it keeps going, so be it. But yeah, because I am kicking myself for showing up late and missing the re-entry trade. And so just to watch it go off is just going to be a slap in the face of like, yep, this is what you get for being this late. And then it's going to be like 2 hours of time wasted today watching the charts for a trade I'm not going to take. I really don't like those days. Only because I have so much shit on my plate. It's like wasting 2 hours without taking a trade is just not the best feeling. So a big part of me is I know that hope is not a strategy, but a big part of me is hoping that we get some kind of retest just so we can get that re-entry opportunity. If not, it is what it is. But yeah. Yeah, I think that was the pullback. I don't know if we're gonna get a deeper one than that, but only time will tell. Why do I prefer indices over currencies? Because you'll make more money. Well, not you'll make more money, but I stick to one thing that I can day trade every day. If you've ever spent more than 30 minutes back testing, you'll know the answer to that. It's like just look at how fast currencies move, look at how fast indices move, and then it's very obvious why. It's like how many pips does Euro USD move a day? What's the average daily range? Go do that across 20 currencies and then do that on US 30. Then you'll have your answer in 20 minutes. Said buys on US 30. I don't know, don't care. I'm going to stick to NASDAQ because I missed this wick entry here, staring at other pairs, and it only takes a few seconds in the morning. Like if I know the strategy is not a scalping strategy, but if you look away for a second and that was the one time you're supposed to be staring at the chart, you're supposed to be looking for a potential confirmation, then you're just going to be missing the trade and spending the next hour just watching the trade leave without you. You can still take US 30 buys. I ain't doing none of that. That's for you guys. For the current entry you have, I don't have any entries. The market is literally about to just leave the station. We're going to be watching it, and I'm going to be off the stream in about 10 minutes. I could stay on here and do the entertainment thing and all that, guys. I'm so over it. Nobody gives a fuck. I'm going to be here. I'm going to make some money, and then I'm going to hop off. Whatever we do later, that's cool. Roy, any answer to the last three comments? Okay, for the US 30 people, how about you guys take a course like the masterclass that we did to learn a strategy so you can know before you put money on the line. A lot of you guys are about to take trades and you don't have a strategy. There's nothing I can tell you because clearly, like this is not clicking for you of how serious trading is. So for those folks that don't have a system and you're asking like, do I take a sell? The question of do I take a sell on this pair? If you can't answer that, you don't have a strategy, a system, you don't have anything. And so it's unfair for me to even give you an answer. You're going to go and trade without a trading system. That's craziness. Okay, so that's what I would tell everybody here. Is there a period in the year your strategy works less than others? Yes, market cycles change 3 to 6 months. But the thing about my strategy is it doesn't change that much. The only thing that might change is which TP gets hit or whether price goes through my entry or comes very close to my entry. But the model itself never changes. This is the way the markets operate. This is the business model of the markets. So that's never going to change. Go back to any chart, go to any market, go to any time frame. You will find the three phases. You'll find everything there. And there it is. Fun stuff. If anybody was on this, I don't know if it was the Sunday Outlook. I forgot where I called this. But this was a great trade. I think it was on the last stream that we ended up doing. Perfect entry here at 489. We ended up getting a full continuation, and now price is about to break those highs, and I missed the trade. This was at 815. It's right there. And then there was the fake up and then retest right at the market open. That too. Said, where's your TP? But I'm not in the trade. What do you mean, where's my TP? I'm literally just saying how I missed this buy and how I'm going to have to hop off the stream because now this is going to take probably 4 or 5 hours. We're going to print a bunch of hourly candles. We're going to end up somewhere here. If we're lucky, we get a pullback to exactly 17,760 and we can buy here. But more than likely, the market is going to go up aggressively and then go sideways and then keep faking the pullback. Keep faking the pullback. And then tomorrow we might get the pullback before we bounce. So this is just, time to get on with work and time to go focus on life because this thing's already gone. Anybody who's buying up here, look, I'm not going to say this is not financial advice. Do whatever you want, whatever. This is the one time I'm straight up going to tell you, don't fucking do that. Do not sell breakouts on the bottom. Do not buy breakouts on the top. By far the dumbest thing to do. Um, man, whatever. Yeah, US 30 hit the 886. There's a potential buy opportunity here. Um, I don't care about US 30, but that opportunity is right there.
I'm personally gonna wait for like another retest on US 30 if I'm gonna take the buy.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Just
just hour
one
close
leg
and
trade.
see how it closes. Just got 10 minutes left.
Yeah, both options are here. The R&R on this is like if you wait for it to come back to the zone, you get a much better R&R.
Yeah,
So we go almost 4-1 if we wait for it for the 886, but if we take it right now, it's like 2.4. So waiting for that one more retest would be ideal.
yeah.
Man, all right. Whatever. You guys see the three phases? Does your strategy work for NQ futures as well? Rajan, first off, before I answer it, what do you think? Okay, because if you're asking that question, it means that you think there's a difference between NQ futures and spot NAS or CFDs with the spot price. That's a question that gets answered with about 5 minutes on Google if you guys are trading. And so I'm going to ask you first before I answer it. Did your career as a wealth manager with financial institutions give you insight as a trader? No, not even close. Because in long-term investing has nothing to do with trading. Like if I was your manager and you were telling me which trade to take, I would say none. I would say do not day trade, only invest. And that's what they would always preach is just long-term investments. But you got to make money for yourself. You got to find opportunities for yourself. Making money and keeping money and growing it are completely different skill sets. Completely different skill sets. That's why I know a lot of people, even some of the clients I had that were great at making money, but had no idea how to keep it or how to manage it or how to grow it or how to preserve it. But then we had other people that know exactly how to manage it, exactly how to preserve it, but don't know how to make money. All right, guys. Well, at that point, my job is done. This is how trading works. The market is already gone. I could sit here and keep dancing and doing the thing, but I don't give a fuck. And so what I'm going to do is hop off, get back to work. Do not put 50% of your energy on your work and 50% of your energy on some trades that are never going to materialize. So if there's no opportunities, it's time to go back and focus and over excel in your daily life, but not to try and find some random opportunities. For me, I had a very clearly defined trade here. If the market starts flipping back aggressive and I see some short opportunities, am I just going to flip the whole script and start taking sells here? The answer is no. I'm not here to take the random trades. The possibility of this thing coming all the way back down now is getting lower and lower the more that price climbs. So if there's no opportunity for me to trade and the trade idea I originally had planned out is no longer valid, and this thing is going to take hours on hours to pull back, there's no reason for me to be on the charts unless I want to make a bad decision, unless I want to sit here and potentially risk my account. All right, so we're gonna stay on here for another probably 5-10 minutes. Let me know if you guys have questions. If not, happy and safe trading for this week. It was fun while it lasted. God, man. It's not about the market. It's not about how far the market moved. It's just the fact that some trades, they take me hours and it's just so frustrating. And then some days you get 15 minutes. These are 5 minute candles, 5 minute candles, 5 minute candles, and you could be completely done. You could have a 3-to-1 trade. Everything had worked itself out. You made up for all the losses. You did everything worked out, and then you're done in 15 minutes. And that's like those are the best trading days. And then missing those is so frustrating because then the next time I'm in a trade, it's going to be like a 3 hour, 4 hour drawdown situation where you're gonna fucking muscle through it. And oh man, isn't trading fun? All right. Questions, comments, concerns? If anybody took the most recent masterclass, can I get your feedback in the chats? Preferably the YouTube comments. He said Jeffner said facts. About what? About walking away? Or what? Even though I didn't pull back far enough, I saw the 3 phases and got in. Next time, we'll wait for the correct retest, but this worked out. Did you catch? I mean, if you caught this right here, then you're good. Like you still got a great entry. If you went down to the smaller time frames and caught this retest right here, still valid. He said the discipline is on point. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. You'll hear it in my tone. I'm not happy about it. Like, I'm not sitting here like, all right, guys, so I'm gonna walk away now and everything is perfect. Like I'm not that. I'm not sitting here trying to fake that shit. I am not happy, right? And I'm just plain and simple. I want to make money just like everybody else. And I might bitch about it. I might sit here and have an attitude about it, but what I won't do is make a bad action. Because people will be like, well, I don't think that Roy's a professional trader because I was on the stream and he got upset about missing a trade. Okay, yeah, unlike the people that pretend to be okay with it. All right, everybody, so a perfect day and we're all going to walk away, and then they're getting back in these trades after. All right, so yeah, I'm visibly upset, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna, but nothing's gonna change, and I'm gonna protect my account, and that's really what matters at the end of the day. So I wouldn't even say I have the mindset or whatever it might be. It's really just you take enough losses, you give enough money back, you'll learn not to make that mistake. Masterclass was fire. I missed the last day, unfortunately. Glad I can go back and watch the videos and take notes. Don't forget to finish you guys' exams, man. A lot of people are going to fake on that, are going to put it off, and that's just a damn shame. Let's just say the masterclass is the missing piece of the puzzle. If you lost when you are looking at if you're lost when you're looking at NAS100, it's a straight up cheat code. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. The real skill comes in the discipline on waiting for your setup. Yes, and also having a strategy that works. Because some people just don't have a strategy that works, and if you don't know what you're waiting for, how are you going to know when it shows up? For most people, the trades are smacking them in the face. They're just not there. He said, it's Crystal. Oh, what's up, Crystal? I just took the NAS Master class, and trust me, if you missed it and aren't taking advantage of these free streams, you have no desire to level up. The class helped me with patience and discipline and risk management. Good stuff. Yeah. And I told everybody, I've been trying to tell people from the rooftops, that was the last one. And I don't think people are going to understand what any of this shit means. When I tell you guys, take advantage of this, and we were not going to be streaming forever, and I'm not going to be teaching forever. Bro, the people that have taken this class over the next 6 months, and we've already started to see the results from the October and November class graduates. thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars getting made. People are going to be like, bro, where can I get the class? Where can I get the class? And like 6 months too late, everyone is going to be asking about it. And at that point, it's already too late. So, congratulations if you took action. Congratulations if you were one of the serious people that believed in themselves and believed in how serious you have to take trading to make this work. And congratulations, because now you guys have a golden ticket. All you have to do is practice your discipline. I don't mean practice the strategy, practice your discipline. Like today, understanding that the strategy works a certain way and being patient, waiting for the right entries. Every day that you're on the charts is a test, and you have to build those good habits like a muscle. Otherwise, if you're building bad habits, it's going to come back and bite you in the ass eventually. So practice that, and over the next 6 months, we're going to have a field day together. It's going to be so much winning and so much success. We don't know what to do with it. The way price moves on some days when you could be done early versus when the trade takes 5 years, it's always the days that we miss the trade that you get that 5 minute candle that is a 10 to 1 and you never have to fucking, it's just, man. But this is also a lesson, which is we have a daily schedule for a reason. I'm supposed to wake up before market open for a reason to check the charts. I'm supposed to look for opportunity for a reason, for this exact reason. And so every day that I don't do that is a slap in the face to me. Like it's a slap in the face of like I know that I got to show up and yeah, other work or whatever it is, I got to find a way to make shit work with my schedule. I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. Look back at your life. Look back at the last 3, 5 years. Life has not gotten less busy. Would you agree? And so the expectation of like, oh, I'll get all this figured out one day when I'm less busy. It ain't fucking coming. You got to figure this shit out while you're busy. And if I'm missing trades because of a schedule or whatever, I'm going to have to find a solution to make it work. All right. At this point, I don't even know what I'm doing. Just staring at the charts here. Great work, everybody, for showing up. Part of my rule set is to show up every day, but not trade every day. And congratulations if you guys found these streams. You guys are definitely in the right place if you're looking to be a successful trader for the long term. Just one of those days. It says Royce for the people for real. I don't think y'all really understand, right? Once I stop streaming one day and everybody realizes what's left in this industry is everybody, the giveaways and like tag 3 friends, tag 3 friends, tag 3 friends. Bro, shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to fucking tag 3 friends. Where the fuck is the trade? Right? And until I dip and until there's nothing left, I don't think everybody's going to notice how down bad the industry really is. Right? I don't see a single fucking person giving out live stream trades. If they do live stream, they fucking suck. They're not really doing it, like really catching these trades on a regular basis. It's like one trade a week or something, or one trade every 2 weeks. And it's like finding water in the desert. The whole group is losing their minds, right? You go to group chats, everyone's taking different trades, random positions. There's no clear strategy that everyone's following. So I think one day it's going to become very clear what we've been doing here. But obviously, until I'm out here flexing a Lamborghini and telling you guys to sign up for a scam broker, no one's going to care. So I don't know. Scam broker coming soon, right? Lamborghini. This is what everybody wants. Everyone knows what's happening, and people will still fucking want it. I don't know, bro. This is a weird game. Dubai 2024, we are cleaning up shop. If you guys don't see a company in Dubai in 2024, just know that we did not approve. We vetted them and realized they were fucking sketch, and they're out the door. Said US 30 hit the 88.6. I don't care. I'm not taking random trades. I already made the choice to walk away. If I open that chart, not knowing what could happen. Here's how much I trust my team. If Bryce tells me that he's taking the trade, then I'll consider it. Bryce, are you taking the US 30 trade?
Not yet, man. With how the hour closed and stuff, I'm just gonna kind of wait it out. I do think we can get a deeper retracement on US 30.
And that's all I needed.
Yeah. And it could pop off here because I mean we are definitely bullish, but I'm not risking it. I made my money today. If we get a deeper pullback that I'm hoping for, then I'll take the trade. But as of now, I'm staying out.
And first off, Bryce, I want to say I appreciate the context, but you could have just left it at the first part and I would have just taken your word for it. That's how much I trust the people on this team. It's like, I'm being dead serious. Like, imagine how many people I would trust with my trading decisions. I
For
could
sure.
probably put it on one hand. right? So
Yep.
um, this is the type group. Everybody who's in the Chart Addicts group chat right now, like this is the level I have. This is the level of trust I have in Jacob and Bryce and Omar and everybody else on the team. And so when you guys are on these calls, like that's the same. If I would put my money on the line and put it in their hands, you guys should have that same level of confidence. I'm not saying they're 100% right. They're always going to be right or whatever, but I'm saying their perspective and their ability to understand what they're looking at. That's what I'm putting my money behind. All right. Yeah, this is looking a little sketchy. We're going to need a serious recovery here for this one to make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't like I really do think we're gonna push down to that lower level.
Yeah, I could see that. At this
Yeah.
point, very possible. Very, very possible. 38,500, ladies and gentlemen. 38,500 potential entries on US 30. Now, if we wick back above the zone, if we just clear and then wick back above and close back above 38,600, there's a possibility there. But if Bryce said he's obviously seeing something, it's probably a higher time frame, much needed correction down to this lower level. That's the level I'd be looking at,
Dude, you took the words out of my mouth.
my dude.
Yeah. Yeah. And then bro, I mean, how bullish it is, it could just pop off here if it keeps closing above the
Bro,
88.6,
I,
but
I gotta get off because I'm 2 seconds away from fucking buying.
dude, I
Like
know.
it's right in between the 886 and the one. I got my spider senses going crazy. I'm hopping
Yeah.
off this chart. Oh, dude, fuck. This one has me sick to my stomach, bro. Three phases. We saw it yesterday. It's a clear range. We're always talking about the buy low, sell high. We're always talking about 88.6. We're always talking about the three phases. And all five of them showed up today. And just showing up late was the only reason. Isn't that sickening? Yeah. Everybody, you guys see this, right? Phase one, phase two, phase three. We had clear consolidation, buy low, sell high. We had lower time frame body to wick, 886 retest. And then we had this morning bullish engulfing, wick retest at the open and continuation. Fuck. All right. Textbook, textbook, textbook. And I even said it yesterday. What did I say? I said it doesn't get easier than this, right? What did I say this morning? What did I say? I said I'm waiting for the 88.6 entry from the bottom, which I hadn't realized already happened because I was a little bit late. I said it doesn't get any easier than this. All right, that was at 9:45. And then I drew the fib and saw it. And that was that rejection. So it was A, man. But some of y'all are out here with the US 30 sells. Damn. Talk about an entry. Big Walter out here. Big Cliff and I know Cliff took the shorts too. Oh. He said textbook, textbook, textbook. Like textbook. Sherrod, good to see you in here. Why does NAS and US 30 not move the same way anymore? Fuck me, dude. Like, guys, don't ask me questions that are like a 2 second chat GPT. And I really, really do not want to be one of these guys where it's like, bro, I asked the teacher a question and they roasted me, bro, like whatever. But guys, I'm not a fucking like I'm not the magic conch shell. I'm not gonna be disrespected like that. If you can go to Google and say, what's the difference between NAS and US 30? It means you're being lazy and you expect me to do like the simplest shit for you. I'm not here to wipe your ass. Guys, you are a trader, day trader, or investor. There is a bare minimum standard that we need to hold each other accountable to. And the bare minimum standard is if it is readily available on Google, if it is a fact-based thing, what's the difference between US 30 and NASDAQ? If it is a 2 to 5 minute sort of search, like if it's a 1 hour search, I'm not going to expect you guys to go to the CME website and do that. Those are questions I'm willing to answer because I will do the 2 hours of analysis so you don't have to. But if it's a 2 to 5 minute thing and you're just lazy as fuck in your bed or at work or at something, and you're like, oh, this guy's really smart doing a public service, let me see if I can ask him a very low level question that I could search myself. I just feel like that's a little disrespectful straight up. I don't even feel like that. I know it's disrespectful to me. So love you guys, but this is not, I love Raja too. This is not Raja's stream. I'm not going to talk about what I ate yesterday, what I do in the bathroom. This is not that. Textbook. Why does NAS Roy for the people? The NAS Masterclass did its justice all around. What's up, Victor? How you doing? Damn, you just said that was the last one. When are you gonna have another masterclass? That was the last one. If we do another masterclass, it's gonna be about like trading news or something different, something very specific. There is an advanced NASDAQ class that I want to do. This was a NASDAQ masterclass to get you from start to finish with a clear strategy. The advanced class is going to go through all those little questions that Josh was asking on on the class the other day. So all of those small questions that are like very, very specific, talking about optimizing, that's going to be the next class focus. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good to see all of you on the live stream. Happy and safe trading. I'll catch you live tomorrow morning. Yes, I'm going to be there on time. No more late nights. I don't give a shit. I need to be there early. Keep an eye out for the streams. But yeah, like I told y'all, I was looking for everybody to realize that this live stream was going to be more beneficial than, let's just say, me just being fake nice, me being just fake. And we did 100 days straight. We only lost 8 out of 100 days. And nobody gave a fuck. We didn't gain a single follower, no new subscribers, no none of that. And so I realized that I'm no longer going to sacrifice my mornings and stuff for the streams. I will let you know in 24 hours advance if I will be streaming. That's the only promise I'm going to make, because I also respect all of you guys and your time. 24 hours notice. You guys will see if I load up the scheduled stream thing. Expect there to be a live stream. If I don't put it up, there's no guarantee that I'll be streaming. I'll catch you guys live tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern time, 30 minutes before the market open. Happy and safe trading, chart addicts. Last reminder, fxsummit2024.com. Grab your tickets. Peace. All right, CA members,